The Speed Force is broken, time is shattered, and Barry Allen is living a nightmare. Stripped of his connection to the Speed Force, the Flash is powerless, locked away in the frozen hellscape of Ice Heights, Captain Cold's personal prison. He isn't the only one. The Rogues, once small-time criminals, now rule over what's left of Central City with the help of Lex Luthor. Heatwave has turned entire blocks into volcanic wastelands. Weather Wizard commands a floating armory of storms, and Mirror Master's warped reality keeps them all in control. And at the center of it all, sitting on a throne of ice, is King Cold. I never wanted to be in charge. His voice echoes through his frozen kingdom. I come from a blue-collar life. Being the boss wasn't something I ever dreamed of. But now I've grown into it. The citizens of Central City, those who haven't frozen or burned to death, kneel before him, trembling. He grins, savoring their fear. Central City is mine. And do you want to know what my true prize is? Behind thick layers of ice and steel in a cell buried deep within the prison, the Flash, beaten, shackled in inhibitor chains, a trophy for the coldest man alive, proof that Captain Cold finally won. And yet, despite the nightmare, despite the impossible odds, hope finds a way. Deep inside the prison, Flash hears the familiar voice of a trickster. James Jesse paces, ranting, defeated. Give up, Flash. You don't get it. Cold took everything. You really think you can escape Ice Heights? Flash doesn't listen. It's not over yet. A soft whisper breaks through the darkness. Not if I can help it. Golden Glider. She moves like a ghost, slipping past security, phasing through walls until she's standing right in front of the Flash. We don't have much time. She moves fast, slicing through his restraints. Flash struggles to stand and taps his inhibitor. I can't run. Not like this. She nods, considering. My brother's too smart for that. If we try to take it off, it might kill you. So, she smiles. We do this the noisy way. A controlled explosion rocks the prison. Alarms blare. The ice-crusted walls shudder, and suddenly, they're running. Ice mechs descend from the shadows, blocking their path. Return to your cell. Glider, I don't have my... I know! Just keep moving. The air burns with frost as the mechs attack. Flash tries, but with the collar still on, he's slower than ever. The mechs close in, crashing through walls. Relentless, unstoppable. Thinking fast, Glider smirks. Hey, big guy, you know how happy my brother would be if you caught me? The mech lunges. Glider phases through the wall at the last second, sending the monster crashing through solid ice, creating an opening. They tear through corridors, dodging energy blasts, barely staying ahead of Cold's robotic enforcers. And then, they're out. Flash stumbles into the open, gasping. The city before him is unrecognizable. Central City is dead, a frozen wasteland of shattered time. The sky, dark, broken. Reality itself, distorted beyond recognition. What happened? Glider's voice is quiet. Lex Luthor happened. He gave my brother power beyond anything we've ever seen. And now, it's the end of the world. Flash clenches his fists. Why are you helping me? She looks away. Because I love my brother, but sometimes you have to hurt the ones you love when they make a mistake. Flash nods. And how do I help? She meets his eyes. By proving you're still alive. Miles away, in the heart of his icy fortress, Captain Cold drinks in the cheers of his people. Everyone remembers where they were the day the sky went dark. He smirks. He remembers exactly where he was, killing the Flash, the greatest battle of both our lives, the fastest man alive against the coldest, and I won. As he lay dying, do you know what he said? That I was always his greatest enemy, that I was better than him. The crowd roars, and then Central City was mine, forever. But then a voice breaks through the celebration. Sir, we need to speak with you. Now, a guard stumbles forward. We had a breach in the lower levels. Only one cell was compromised. Cold frowns. Which cell? The guard hesitates. Number 8. Cold's blood turns to ice. Who broke in? The guards exchange nervous glances. And then, Cold knows. My sister. The room goes silent. His sister, in hiding for so long, had finally revealed herself, and she had stolen from him. Slowly, Cold rises from his throne. With a flick of his wrist, Mirror Master's stolen technology reshapes into weapons at his command. He chooses his favorites, massive, ice-forged wolves, their eyes burning with a deadly blue glow. Find her, and bring me the Flash. Central City was unrecognizable, buried under ice, lifeless, frozen in time. And yet, there were people, living. They're doing their best to survive the ice, Flash. Glider's voice cut through the cold. This is why we can't let them know you're alive. Not yet. We need to get you to safety, figure out a plan. But Flash shook his head. No. His voice was firm. I won't run. If Captain Cold did this, powers or not, I have to stop him. Glider grabbed his wrist before he could move. Her grip was like iron. No, I can't let you do that. You don't know how powerful he's become. He'll kill you, Barry. Flash hesitated. Why do you care? Before she could answer, Flash! Two figures skidded to a stop. Kid Flash and Avery, their eyes widened. I knew you weren't dead. Flash exhaled, a rare flicker of relief breaking through. Thanks for keeping the hope alive, Avery. Wait, how did you get here? The moment was short-lived. Tension crackled between the three like an oncoming storm. Glider crossed her arms. I broke Flash out of his prison. You think it's a coincidence you just ran into him? I was bringing him here. To you. I did that as a sign of trust. Kid Flash's expression hardened. We don't need help from a rogue. Stop, Kid Flash. Barry stepped between them. I believe her. But tell me, what happened to you? Kid Flash looked away, jaw tight. Avery and I got our asses handed to us by the rogues. Then the sky went crazy. Next thing we knew, Central City was ice, and Cold had an army. Glider's voice was quieter. The rogues used the chaos to steal the city. Flash clenched his fists. Then we stop it, whatever it takes. Glider nodded. To fix this, we need to find something. The shattered pieces of Mirror Master's mirror. Each of the rogues has one. Avery and Kid Flash froze. That's suicide, Avery muttered. We don't even have powers anymore. Glider didn't hesitate. She reached toward Flash's neck. Then let's fix that. Before she could remove the inhibitor, Kid Flash and Avery leaped between them. Stop! Kid Flash's voice was sharp. You don't understand. Why? What's wrong? Flash demanded. A low growl cut through the air. Ice wolves, huge, ravenous, and surrounding them. Flash barely had time to react before they lunged. Glider, take the collar off, now! Flash, no! It was too late. As Glider yanked the inhibitor free, the world exploded. A shockwave erased the ice wolves in an instant. It tore through the streets, shattering buildings, carving a crater so deep it swallowed half the city. And Flash wasn't there anymore. He was everywhere, vibrating through time, through dimensions. For a fraction of a second, he saw them, worlds beyond his own, different realities, different people, and they saw him. Then, as fast as it began, it was over. Kid Flash was already there, snapping the inhibitor back around his neck. Now! Whatever you do, he panted, never take this off again. Understand? Flash blinked, his pulse hammered in his ears. What? What was that? Kid Flash swallowed hard. His voice was quiet now. That's what I was trying to tell you. We can never use the Speed Force again. It's too dangerous. Flash looked around. The city was still, frozen, and at the center of it all, a crater, one he created.